and welcome to the 12th Z Jaipur Literature Festival's Charbagh. We are delighted to introduce session number 172, For Goodness' Sake, Writing, Giving and Living for Good. This session will also see the launch of the book Florencia, An Accidental Story by Douglas Bowman. Please join me in welcoming on stage Douglas Bowman, D.R. Mehta, Sushila Bohra, and Dr. Bhardwaj in conversation with Satish Mehta.
Good afternoon, all of you. This session is titled and so aptly, For Goodness' Sake. And I have with me four people who represent this goodness. Mr. D.R. Mehta, founder chairman of the very famous Jaipur Foot. Today, in fact, Jaipur is known more as, oh, you come from the city which is from where you get Jaipur Foot. So Jaipur, which was earlier the pink city, is now today the city from where Jaipur Foot comes. Douglas Bowman, who wrote this book, Florencia, which will be unveiled soon now. He's an English pastor living in US, and he'll narrate the story why he wrote this book. Sushila Ji Bohra, she founded two institutions, Netraheen and Sankalp, and one deals with blind children and dumb and deaf children, and the second deals with women in distress. And Dr. Brijmohan Bhardwaj from Bharatpur, who runs 28 homes called Apna Ghar, where everybody is looked after as family member. And today there are more than 5,000 destitute people who have nobody to look after them. 40% of them require full-time medical help. And that's what he has set up, and that's his life's mission. This conversation, and this is for all of you, will be absolutely from heart to heart. It's not a theater, it is exactly from heart to heart. They'll speak from the heart. And secondly, it'll be at 5G speed. So please be ready to catch this, because this is an incredible set of people which have assembled here today. Douglas, if I can go first to you, because this is your book. What made you write this book?
Actually, my friend John and I, who would be here today, John Mullen, we worked extraordinarily well together, been friends for 20 years, would be here, but he simultaneously got invited to do a TED Talk in Southern California, and I spent the last 3 days organizing a ticket for Florencia from the bush of Makachula, and on the 31st, she will walk onto a TED stage at the close of a talk, which would be fabulous. And we were writing what was rather, I hesitate to add, no, I don't hesitate, it was a selfie book. And we were hijacked by reading a National Geographic magazine article on women demining, in the middle of which there were 217 words that have changed our destiny in our life, and certainly changed hers. We read a story of Florencia out in the bush, never seen a tarmac road, and she was collecting firewood, blew her right leg off, burned her left side, and there she would have stayed on one broken crutch, and the other one worked. But we decided, having spent a day crafting her juicy story about the perniciousness of evil landmines and the tragedy of those left, we decided, or we heard a voice, she doesn't need a story, she needs a leg. And that led us to Jaipur. And I didn't know anything about a book festival. And we came to Jaipur. There's a lot more to the story which I can add, but we came to Jaipur One of our goals is to develop lifetime humanitarians, so we brought 5 high schoolers here who are involved in video and media, and we brought 5 senior engineers from California to incredulously prove true that for $50 you could indeed make a marvelous leg that people could run with and climb trees, and it was amazing. And I'm here as a pygmy of goodness amongst giants. But we got back, we took Florencia back to her village, and if you can imagine a few hundred women singing a cappella in Africa, I think the hard-beaten high schoolers could barely video for the tears streaming down their face, and mine too. And it was a glorious occasion, and we got back to California, and we said, let's share our book, let's write her story, Florencia, An Accidental Story, and I can't go into the amazing stories of how President Chissano of Mozambique, one of the most famous presidents, I just happened to meet him by accident. It's accidents everywhere here. And he said, what can I do for you? I said, well, you could read my book. And I've just got 1 copy here. And he said, well, what do you want me to do? I said, read it. Tell me if it's true first. And secondly, tell me if it's any good. And thirdly, would you write a sentence to support it, if all those things fly? And about 2-3 months later, I got an email with John from President Chissano. It's magnificent, Douglas, and it's true. And I don't know if you can use the 4-page forward that I've written for the book. I thought, I think we can use the 4-page forward. And so it was a remarkable thing. And then I happened to be minding my own business, listening to Jeffrey Archer being interviewed in Bangalore, and he mentioned this shindig that was in Jaipur that was all about books. And I thought, well, we wouldn't have a book she wouldn't have a leg if it wasn't for Jaipur and this wonderful gentleman on my right here and all the folks at Jaipur Foot, and we wouldn't have a book. So what better place to launch the official launch with a printed edition of the book than Jaipur? So that's how it all happened.
Thank you. Thank you very much, John. Maybe we can start with unveiling the book.
Absolutely.
And then we get down to the conversation.
The real stuff.
The real stuff, please. As Benjamin Franklin said, either write something worth reading or do something worth writing. What we have here is an author who wrote something, Florencia, the Accidental Story, which is worth reading. And these 3 other individuals here, incredible individuals, who are doing things which are worth writing about. So Douglas, we come back to you. What has been this journey?
I think the journey is a testimony really to everything you can think about when you think about goodness. Goodness has to do with virtue, it has to do with quality. It has to do with the essence of why you do something. It involves, in a way, goodness is justice, it's kindness, it's compassion, it's mercy. And I guess as a clergyman all my life, 40 years, that's the currency that one should deal with, but we know that we have imperfect goodness. But it arrived at a moment in life where I really was wondering how far removed are the various faiths from their origins. And I saw in myself and in a lot of Christianity, I'm not sure that Jesus would have recognized the institution that he founded because it was so far removed. And which is why when we had an event in Santa Barbara, California. I invited a few pastors along, and Dr. Mehta came, and I have forgiven him, but only just, for calling in front of 300 people, John Mullen and myself, Laurel and Hardy, he thought we were when we came, who are old-time comedians. The elder people will know what that's about. But one of my pastoral colleagues said, I don't know about being like Gandhi, but he's definitely like Jesus, which I think is one of the highest commendations that one can give someone. And so John and I were really searching for something authentic when we went in 2002 to Mozambique, and we saw a faith-based group that had a mantra: stop for the one. You can't save the world, but you can stop the one in front of you, whether it's an AIDS orphan, an elderly widow, stop for that one. And unlike so many organizations who have that mission statement and then sort of somehow drift away from it, they did it every day. It opened up our eyes. We saw the lame walk, the blind see, the deaf hear. It was quite a remarkable time, and we saw 1,000 orphans, not just looked after, but hugged and loved, and every day. And it changed our lives. And so when we came to write a book about our time in Mozambique, it was with that in mind. And when we started this journey, I remember John and I watched a TED talk from a Pixar Disney writer. And he said, whenever they make a movie, the writers get round the table and they go to the whiteboard. And I want you to envisage that whiteboard. It's all white, and there's only 3 words on it. Make me care. It doesn't matter whether Nemo's got lost or there's a laughing incident, there's a crying incident. Draw the audience into the experience, and that's my journey, has been to do that, and to meet people, to walk into the arena of Jaipur Fort and see the most beautiful place on earth. Sorry, Disney, but it's not Disney. It's Jaipur Fort. People come in despair, in misery, and I'll just let this out for the moment that, you know, the moment I met Dr. Mehta was it's a life-changing moment for everybody, but it's ruined me forever. Basically, and we are now collaborating on what is really a kind of tale of 2 healing cities, because we've experienced the kindness and the warmth of and effectiveness of serving broken humanity in Jodhpur and Jaipur. And so during this year, this is not just an excuse so that I can come back next year. It's really, we want to put together a portrayal really of true love, Indian style, which is the caring and sharing of true humanity.
Thank you, Douglas. So you mentioned about Jaipur Fort and about Mr. Mehta. Mr. Mehta, can we move to Jaipur Fort? You are known as Mr. Jaipur.
Need a foot to move.
So can you just give us some glimpse of the journey that you have had of this remarkable organization and fort called Jaipur Fort?
Bhagwan Mahavir Viklang Sahayata Samiti, popularly known as Jaipur Fort now, was set up in 1975. Now it's about 44-year-old. The objective of the institution is to rehabilitate the amputees, polio patients, and other persons with disability, by providing them with limbs of Jaipur Fort variety, calipers, wheelchairs, hand pedal tricycles, and other aids and appliances. The idea is that they must become mobile again, they must become dignified again. Over time, we started with 59 limbs in the first year. It evolved.
Just 59?
Just 59. And no idea how it would grow, but it evolved. Last year, we received 81,000 and more patients all over the country.
81,000?
81,000. Limbs alone were 26,000 or more. Now 28,000 and more. Would you believe that nobody in the world can fit even 1,000 limbs in a year?
Remarkable. And how did you do this journey? What was the driving force? And
No, on one hand, the demand was there. On the other hand, resources coming in. People would come and see, would help us. The resources increased. On the other hand, patient number would increase. So this is how it grew. It grew. I mean, I don't know how it grew. It grew.
but tell me one thing: why would somebody like Douglas, who lives in the western shores of U.S., which is the high-tech center, why would somebody like him come to Jaipur to get a limb for somebody in Mozambique?
The various reasons. One is that the limb is so good. I'll show you how good the limb is. And secondly, our systems are so informal. Thirdly, the cost, we don't charge anything at all.
Yay.
Up till now, out of 17.50 lakh people, 1.75 million people, not a single person has been charged for rehabilitation. Would you believe that the cost of a comparative limb, I'm not saying this, C.K. Prahlad, one of the topmost management gurus of the world, he, in his famous book, Fortune at the Bottom of the Pyramid, which is classic,
This is a classic.
he said that our limb in 2002 cost $30. Now it's $65. And in 2002, according to him, a comparable limb, not the upper end limbs, cost $8,000. Today, the limb costs $15,000.
Tremendous. And how do you manage to do it? And is it a comparable limb to, say, a $15,000 or $18,000 limb?
The technology was developed in SMS Medical College. A master craftsman, Ramchand Sharma, Dr. P.K. Sethi, Dr. Kasliwal, Dr. Udawat, they developed it. Uses local material, local technology. And we are so conscious about the cost. In fact, very often people ask me, how is it that your cost is so low? My response is, ask those people who are charging $15,000 as to how their cost is so high.
And I'm sure that must be a very difficult question to answer for them.
Or-
That must be a very difficult question for them to answer.
They can't answer. They haven't answered yet. So the limb is so good. I'll tell you why the people choose this limb. Somebody would show that screen. Who is doing it?
Could we have the slide?
A slide.
Could you have the slide, please, of the limb?
Next. This man, Danny, come here. Incidentally, he's here, present here. Aja upar aja.
Then upara.
He got the limb the same day. That's next one. He runs. He can cover a kilometer in 4 minutes and few seconds. He climbed a tree. This is the kind of flexion it has at the ankle. He rides a bicycle. नीचे उतर. यहीं से कूद जा. Jump.
You mean he'll jump?
Yeah, the limbs are artificial. Even if they break, doesn't matter. Jump. दौड़ जा. अरे इधर दौड़ जा. पैर खोल दे.
What's he doing?
This is what is Jaipur Fort. Aja. Now see, young boy after getting limb playing cricket. Next one. Skating, the ultimate. Next one. This man, Vinod Rawat, he has run 14 half marathons of 21 kilometers each in Mumbai. Flexion is so good, it can perform Nawaz. Next one. This is Sudha Chandan, the famous Indian dancer. For the last 30 years, recently she gave a performance and she said, I had taken a vow. Many companies approached me, get our limbs. I said, no, I will wear only Jaipur Fort. She dances Bharatanatyam with this.
Kaga Biraj.
So this is Jaipur Fort.
Thank you very much. What is this slide?
Now this is about technology. The very often people think, oh, it's Indian product, maybe backyard technology. We work with Stanford University. Our constant effort is to upgrade the technology, have new products also. We have tie-up with Stanford University, entire Silicon Valley centers around it. We have tie-up with MIT, 3 projects. Stanford, go back please. Stanford University and we jointly developed, major part of engineering was done by them, but we also had a lot of technical input. This knee joint for above knee patients. Time magazine USA, it's not me who is saying this, said this called Jaipur knee, which is basic requirement of an above knee amputee, is one of the 50 best inventions of the world for the year 2009.
That's remarkable. Birajo Kaka.
And we have by now fitted over 15,000 such joints. Dr. Pooja Mukul is sitting here. Under our supervision, this is being done.
This is really, really overwhelming. So, as I said, this is one of those stories that's worth writing. Sushila ji runs 2 organizations, one for helping women, distressed women, and other for blind children. सुशीला जी, आप अपने काम के बारे में कुछ बताना चाहेंगी हमको? कैसे शुरू किया आपने और क्या कर रही हैं अभी आप?
I can speak. मेरे जीवन के खुद के अनुभव हैं। दोनों संस्थाएं जो खुली मेरे जीवन से संबंधित है। मेरी शादी के 1 साल बाद मेरे हस्बैंड को ब्रेन ट्यूमर हो गया और वो अनकॉन्शियस हो गए। 2 महीने बाद जब उनकी होश आया तब तक उनकी आंखें जा चुकी थी, आंखों की साइट ख़त्म हो चुकी थी। तो वो कहा करते थे कि आई कांट लिव विदाउट साइट, सो आई विल डाई। और कुछ दिन बाद उनको और वापस ऐसा अटैक आया कि वो ही बिकेम अनकॉन्शियस एंड देन डाइड। सो आई नो एंड आई सी द पेनफुल फीलिंग्स ऑफ द ब्लाइंड। और बिकॉज आई वॉज ऑल्सो मैरिड इन विलेज, तो गांव में औरतों की क्या स्थिति होती है आफ्टर उसके हस्बैंड डेथ, विडोज़, पुअर लेडीज़, तो क्या उनकी स्थिति होती है। आई नो इट पर्सनली, सो आई हैव स्टार्टेड 2 institutions. One is नेत्रहीन विकास संस्थान. I started with 2 children because that time there was no school for the blind people by NGOs. So I started 2 children. I have no money. I have no home. I am nothing. But I have started with God's grace. और मैंने एक मंदिर में खोला क्योंकि आई हैव नो प्लेस। तो मंदिर में एक रिक्वेस्ट की, गिव मी ए 1 room and I will start a school. And 1 teacher and 1 peon also. After that, I got एक बहुत झरझरित एक भवन मिला, ऐसा बिल्डिंग that was. So I have taken that building और उसमें बच्चों को रखना शुरू किया. I have no money, so how I collect the money? So साधु संतों के व्याख्यान में गई और मैंने कहा प्लीज़ गिव मी ए 5 minutes टाइम, सो आई विल से अबाउट द माई स्कूल। और मैंने उनसे बताया कि एक बहन आई है अपने भाई से कुछ लेने के लिए, सो गिव मी सम रुपीज़ फॉर द ब्लाइंड पीपल। एंड मैंने ऐसे लोगों से पैसा मांगा। और मुझे 1,000 रुपये मिले उस समय, बिकॉज इट वाज 1977, 42 साल हो चुके हैं उस संस्थान को, है ना। तो जिस समय लोग समझते थे, हंसते थे कि ब्लाइंड पीपल कांट स्टडी, है ना, सी इज़ फ्रॉड लेडी। बट मैंने हिम्मत नहीं हारी, गॉड इज़ विथ मी। सो स्कूल चला, पहले प्राइमरी स्कूल हुआ, फिर मुझे गवर्नमेंट से ज़मीन मिल गई बिकॉज ऑफ आवर वर्क। अब बच्चे बहुत अच्छा पढ़ने लगे। मैं लोगों को बुलाती, कलेक्टर को, कमिश्नर को, लोगों को बुलाती, देखिए बच्चे क्या कर रहे हैं, पढ़ने लगे। और ज़मीन मिली, फिर बिल्डिंग बनाई, बच्चे पढ़ने लगे, 12th तक आ गए, इसके बाद कॉलेज में भेजा, और आज वो बच्चे 25 लाख पैकेज पर काम कर रहे हैं। मतलब 16 लाख, 15 लाख, और 3 स्टूडेंट्स आर इन NLU ऑल्सो।
और ये सब ब्लाइंड बच्चे हैं?
सब ब्लाइंड बच्चे, टोटली ब्लाइंड बच्चे।
अमेजिंग।
बट दे आर अर्निंग 25 lakhs एंड बहुत सारे क्लर्क हैं, बिजनेसमैन हैं, बैंक में काम करते हैं, प्रोफेसर्स हैं, लेक्चरर्स हैं, यानी डिफरेंट पोस्ट पर हैं।
सबको कंप्यूटर एजुकेशन
और सबको कंप्यूटर एजुकेशन है, कंप्यूटर, लैपटॉप, एवरीथिंग दे कैन प्ले, सब कुछ चला सकते हैं और सब कुछ काम कर सकते हैं वो। और ब्रेल लिपि में इतना होशियार हैं कि अभी 4 जनवरी को दिल्ली में कंपटीशन हुआ था, उसमें इंडिया में फर्स्ट हमारे स्कूल का बच्चा है।
कितने बच्चे हैं कुल आपके?
और हमारे यहाँ 730 स्टूडेंट्स हैं, राजस्थान का सबसे बड़ा विद्यालय है।
और अब तक आपने कितने बच्चों को तैयार कर दिया सुशीला जी?
और उसमें 400 करीब ब्लाइंड हैं, 200 करीब डेफ एंड डम हैं, और 115 MR बच्चे हैं। मतलब यू कांट थिंक अबाउट ऑल दिस थिंग्स। राजस्थान में कोई ऐसी संस्था नहीं जिसमें ये तीनों ही तरह के डिसेबिलिटीज़ हो, लेकिन वी आर गिविंग द एजुकेशन एंड फ्री रेजिडेंशियल फैसिलिटी, टोटली फ्री एजुकेशन। वी आर नथिंग, वी आर नॉट टेकिंग एनीथिंग फ्रॉम द स्टूडेंट्स,
सुशीला
but
जी,
God gives us.
सुशीला जी, अब तक कितने बच्चों की आप मदद कर चुकी हैं?
हज़ारों बच्चे निकल चुके हैं हमारे, और कोई भी बच्चा यूँ नहीं घूम रहा है, सबको नौकरियाँ मिल रही है, क्योंकि हम इस तरह से तैयार करते हैं, कोचिंग तैयार, हम स्पेशल कोचिंग करते हैं उनके लिए, मैथमेटिक्स, साइंस, इंग्लिश, कंप्यूटर, पर्सनैलिटी डेवलपमेंट, गेम्स, स्पोर्ट्स, इन सब के लिए स्पेशल ट्यूटर्स रखे हुए हैं जो इनको स्पेशल ट्रेनिंग देते हैं। इस यानी स्कूल तो है, इसके अलावा अदर देन स्कूल वी आर गिविंग देम ऑल दिस प्रकार ट्रेनिंग्स। So
Thank you, Sushila ji. Thank you very much. This is remarkable, remarkable feat. As I said, yet another story that needs to be written. मैं थोड़ा 2 मिनट उनसे बात
I
करूँ।
want to say also कि स्टेट पैरा ओलंपिक गेम्स लास्ट ईयर हुआ था, उसमें 75 medals they got and got trophy also, and the state government announced that they should be given 1 lakh rupees per boy for their advancement.
That is
Thank you
remarkable.
for
That is truly remarkable. Remarkable.
संभल के बताएं।
नहीं, अब तो मुझसे भारद्वाज साहब, आपसे, आपने अपना घर क्यों शुरू किया और कैसे शुरू किया, उसकी यात्रा के बारे में कुछ बताना चाहेंगे आप हम लोगों को?
जी, बेसिकली हम लोग यूपी से रहने वाले हैं, किसान परिवार की पृष्ठभूमि है। हमारा गांव था, वहाँ पे एक वृद्ध थे, उनका अपना कोई नहीं था, ग्वाला का काम करते थे, कभी किसी ने रोटी दे दी, कभी किसी ने वस्त्र दे दिए, उनकी पूरा जीवन की पगार रही। मैं उन दोनों 6th क्लास में पढ़ता था, उनकी 80-85 साल उम्र रही होगी, उनके घाव हुए, उपचार नहीं हो पाया समय पर, कीड़े पड़ गए, 1 महीने तक वो हमारी बगीचे पे पड़े रहे, अंततः उनकी मौत हो गई। मुझे लगा कि ऐसे लोगों के लिए कुछ करना चाहिए जिनका दुनिया में कोई नहीं होता, कोई संभालने वाला नहीं होता, उनकी जिम्मेदारी ले लें। उसके बाद मेडिकल ग्रेजुएशन के लिए भरतपुर आया, होम्योपैथी में मेडिकल ग्रेजुएशन किया और अपना घर शुरू कर दिया। बेसिकली जो शुरू किया था, एक छोटा सा हमारा घर था, 20 बाई 20 का रूम था, मैं था, वाइफ, 2 थे। संसाधनों के नाम पर 23 प्रभु जी थे, हमारे पास एक भी स्टाफ नहीं था।
प्रभु जी कौन है?
प्रभु जी जो सड़कों पे जो मिलते हैं ना, आप जिनको देखते हैं, किसी के कीड़ा पड़े हैं, किसी का हाथ टूटा है, किसी का पैर टूटा है, मांग के नहीं खा सकते, छीन के नहीं खा सकते, कर के नहीं खा सकते, घर वालों ने छोड़ दिए हैं, कोई माता है गर्भवती पड़ी हुई है, और आप उनको देखना तो दूर, उनके पास होकर नहीं निकल सकते। आपने देखा होगा रेलवे स्टेशन, बस स्टैंड, और वहाँ पे वो पड़े रहते हैं।
आप सबको क्या लेके आए थे अपने पास?
हाँ, हमारे पास अभी 28 होम्स हैं और करीब 70 एम्बुलेंसेज हैं। आप सूचना दे दें 400 किलोमीटर के सराउंडिंग दायरे में सूचना दे दें, एम्बुलेंस जाएगी, उनको लेके आएगी, खाना पीना दवाई पूरी व्यवस्था करेगी।
कुल कितने हैं आपके सारी संस्था में?
5000 से ज़्यादा प्रभु जी हैं और भरतपुर में जो अपना घर आश्रम है देश का अपनी श्रेणी का सबसे बड़ा होम है, जहाँ पर 2550 से ज़्यादा प्रभुजन हैं। इसके अलावा सभी जीवों के लिए कुत्ता हो, बिल्ली हो, बंदर हो, गौमाता हो, ऊँट हो, घोड़ा हो, श्यार हो, कोई भी बीमार तकलीफ में है तो सभी को ले आते हैं और सभी को उपचार मिलता है।
लेकिन ये बताएं आप डॉक्टर भारद्वाज, आपने 2000 में शुरू किया, 2018 हुए हैं, 28 घर खोल लिया आपने, 5000 लोगों से ज़्यादा रखते हैं आप, कैसे करते हैं ऐसा और कहाँ से आते हैं साधन?
नहीं, सब अपने आप हो जाता है। साधन तो जब परमात्मा किसी जीव को शरीर लेके भेजता है तो पहले दिन ही उसके लिए सांस की व्यवस्था, पानी की व्यवस्था, भोजन की व्यवस्था, आवास की व्यवस्था, अगर मनुष्य है तो वस्त्रों की व्यवस्था पहले दिन कर देता है। अपना घर की सबसे बड़ी विशेषता है, एक तो कभी किसी को लेने से मना नहीं करते, ये नहीं कि इसकी कैपेसिटी फुल हो गई। जितने भी हों आप एक नंबर नोट कर लें, भले ही हेल्पलाइन नंबर 8599999911। आपको कहीं पर भी दिखाई दे जाएं, एक कॉल कर देना, हमारी एम्बुलेंस वहाँ पर पहुँच जाएगी और ले आएगी। आपको कोई चिंता करने की आवश्यकता नहीं है। संसाधनों के लिए ठाकुर जी को रोजाना जितने भी होम है 28 होम है, जिसमें से 13 राजस्थान में है, 8 यूपी में, 2 दिल्ली में, 2 मध्य प्रदेश में, 1 वेस्ट बंगाल में, अभी एक शुरू हुआ है हरियाणा में, कल ही हुआ है, और अभी गुजरात में महसाना में शुरू होने वाला है। सभी में रोजाना ठाकुर जी को चिट्ठी लिखी जाती है। सुई की ज़रूरत है, चावल की ज़रूरत है, आटे की ज़रूरत है, एम्बुलेंस की ज़रूरत है, डॉक्टर की ज़रूरत है, इंजीनियर की ज़रूरत है। सब ठाकुर जी की जिम्मेदारी है संसाधनों को भेजने की।
आप मतलब खाली चिट्ठी लिखते हैं वहाँ पे?
हाँ, हर एक ऑफिस में भरतपुर आश्रम का रोजाना का खर्चा 3 लाख से 3.5 लाख रुपए पर डे का है। कोई ये नहीं कह सकता कि ये चंदा मांगने गया। दूसरा, व्यवस्थाएं इस आधार पर तय नहीं करते हमारे पास रिसोर्सेज क्या हैं। व्यवस्थाएं हम लोग इस आधार पर तय करते हैं, अगर किसी ने देखा हो तो, और नहीं तो देख लेना कि उनकी ज़रूरतें क्या हैं। हमारा उद्देश्य रहता है, ये नहीं होता भोजन तो इनको सड़क पर ही मिल रहा था, हम इनको माँ नहीं दे सकते, बहन नहीं दे सकते, भाई नहीं दे सकते। प्रेम देने की कोशिश करते हैं, अपना देने की कोशिश करते हैं, उनके चेहरे पर खुशी लाने की कोशिश करते हैं। हम ये हमारा प्रयास रहता है कैसे भी इनके चेहरे पर खुशी आए। सबसे बड़ी बात, जहाँ पर भी अगर आपके पास कहीं कोई भवन हो ना, पूरे देश में केवल भवन बता देना, अगले दिन वहाँ से अपना घर शुरू हो जाएगा। हमारा नहीं, कब्जा नहीं, भवन उनके नाम ही रहेगा, भवन उनके नाम रहेगा, सेवा हमारी होंगी। वो ये कह दें इतने दिन सेवा दे दो और 15 दिन पहले हमें बता दो अब हमारा भवन दूसरे गांव में आएगा, हम उनको दूसरी जगह शिफ्ट कर देंगे।
आप लोगों का काम तीनों का रिमार्केबल है। एज आई सेड, दीज आर स्टोरीज वर्थ राइटिंग एंड समबडी लाइक डगलस विल राइट दो स्टोरीज। एक सवाल आप तीनों से पूछ सकता हूँ मैं, चारों से परहैप्स आई कैन आस्क दिस क्वेश्चन टू ऑल 4 ऑफ यू। आपने ये रास्ता क्यों चुना? व्हाई? किस लिए किया आपने ये सब?
सेटिस्फैक्शन के लिए।
शॉर्ट में चारों लोग एक एक करके।
केवल सेटिस्फैक्शन के लिए, और जिनके चेहरे पे दुख है ना, तकलीफें हैं, बस उनके चेहरे पे मुस्कान अगर आ जाए ना तो हमें दुनिया की सभी खुशियां मिल जाती हैं, इसीलिए चुना है।
सुशीला जी, आप बताना चाहेंगे आपने क्यों किया है?
जो नेत्रहीन बच्चा जन्म लेता है उसका आप मुंह देखिए कैसा होता है उसका ज़िंदगी, लेकिन वह जब यहाँ से तैयार होकर निकल रहा तब उसकी खुशी को देख करके हमको बहुत आनंद आता है। और मुझे लगता है ये मेरे ही बच्चे हैं, इसलिए मैं इन बच्चों को अपने बच्चा समझ करके और इनके लिए काम करती हूँ। तो जितना मुझे प्रसन्नता इसमें मिलती है उतनी प्रसन्नता किसी में भी नहीं मिलती। आप लोग भी आइए हमारे साथ और इसमें काम कीजिए, आपको भी बहुत आनंद आएगा। और इसके बारे में डिटेल कुछ जानना चाहें तो मेरे पास 40 साल की स्मारिका है, उसमें आप अगर डिटेल जानना चाहें तो जानिए और आइए हमारे साथ।
Thank you very much.
काम आनंद मिलेगा बहुत।
Douglas, can you tell us why? What made you do what you did?
Well, I think whether you are meditating or thinking about Mahatma Gandhi, or as I often do, the person of Jesus, or the Jain faith, there is an element within them all of the golden rule. Do to others what you'd have them to do for you. If my daughter didn't have a leg and I couldn't afford a leg, I'd like to think that somebody would do something for her. So why wouldn't I, when I discover a girl without a leg who can't do anything, do it for her?
Thank you. Can you tell us why? Why you did what you
Same
did?
answer.
More so because you were such a busy civil servant. I mean, you were secretary to two chief ministers, you were deputy governor, Reserve Bank of India, you were chairman of SEBI for 7 long years.
That is irrelevant.
Why could you find time? What was the reason?
It gives me so much of joy. This man, he walks in, he crawls in, full of sorrow. He gets ill in a day or two. He walks out, all smiles. This transformation, this alchemy, it gives so much of joy. It's unlimited, priceless. Can you ever get that kind of feeling otherwise? In fact, I was mentioning this to an American friend, not you, somebody else, great scholar. And he said, do you know what Plato wrote? You suffer from that. A man is drunk, he's high. He said, you are also drunk. You are suffering from helper's high. Helper's high. This is the, I mean, you know, the kind of, if I don't go to the center, I feel something is missing that day.
You all represent what, I mean, this year we are celebrating 150th year of Mahatma Gandhi's anniversary. And a favorite hymn of Mahatma Gandhi, which for me and for many of us is Vaishnav Jan Tenere Kahiye Peed Parai Jane Na, which means a good man is the one who feels the pain of others. And here we have 4 good people who have felt the pain of others. I'll open the, if you permit, I'll open the floor to questions. If, right? Okay, so just 2 minutes? Okay. So last one question. Any one question, and with that, I'll give him the last word. Any question that you have? Anybody would like to ask something? Well, as I mentioned, you know, this is from a conversation from heart to heart, so there are no questions. Yes, please. Sorry, we'll just finish in a minute.
Was there a moment in your work when you felt that you cannot go ahead? And if there was, what made you go ahead still?
Was there a moment when you realized you could not go ahead?
If the work is done without any personal interest, a good work can never be stopped. It never gets stopped. There are tests, daily tested, but what would never get stopped?
There was a definite moments for us. One key moment was we wanted to bring high schoolers in November, Thanksgiving holiday. It was going to be tight financially, and there was talk of putting it off to the following April. And what drove us on was I said to the group, you know, it's okay for us. You can be studying. You'll have Christmas, the New Year. So will I. But Florencia will be out there still carrying water on crutches with her water on the head, washing the dishes, dressing herself, dressing her son without a leg. So I'm blowed if we're going to stop. And we flew, courtesy of student travel, promote them, because we left without having paid all the airfares. And we went in faith. Getting every money was coming in while we were in the air. So sometimes you just got to go.
That's remarkable. One last message from you for any of us or all of us here.
What do I say? Work,
Buy the book.
join this coalition of good. You would be happy, people would be happy.
Thank you very much. I'm sorry for exceeding the time, but thank you very much.
We wish to thank our speakers for this session. Please note that the authors will be available for book signing right outside the Charbagh entrance.